you've already experienced that. You know, you choose not to listen to those who've been through it before. That's the only thing that was stupidity. You know, somebody should have told us how, if you see a burnt mark on it, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about anything like that. But you is right. A lot of people don't know what you're talking about.
But see, the reason why I say that is because our young black generation, our younger black males that have not lived during a certain duration of time, they're not respecting the black forefathers that came before them. Like I say, I'm 54 years old. I watched Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's funeral on TV. I watched that funeral. I got an opportunity to catch, I was born in 63, he died in 68.
Yeah, I was just born.
I got an opportunity to watch that.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, but listen.
Hey, she'll fact check.
Point to is what I'm saying. I got a chance to see Malcolm X's funeral. You had Medgar Evers. Most people in the crowd, they don't remember the man Emmett Till.
I know who Emmett. I don't remember him, but I know who he is.
So see, what I'm saying is,
talk to the mic.
Testing 1, 2.
Testing. Can you hear? Testing 1, 2. Testing. 1, 1, 1, 2.
Afro Vibes Radio.
Mic check. Testing 1, 2.
You got them all.
Hello.
And we're missing
testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Mic check. Oh, nice.
How you know that?
Mic check. Hello. Can you hear me? Sounds nice in the headphones, actually. I like it a lot.
Oh, that's coming from an artist now.
No, what I was saying
all the time. You can make a comment.
Which is an instrumental too.
That's what's up.
The young generation don't see because the people of my generation.
Hey, REVKELLEY.
Are
Nice seeing you, sis.
Are forgetting about what we've gone through, meaning that they don't get a chance to see the videos of black people watching, locked in arm in arm, like they're doing about the Colin Kaepernick, kneeling, singing "We Shall Overcome" with rifles in between them as well, and they hit them with water hoses.
I mean,
but they don't see how we still stuck together through thick and thin, no matter what. They wouldn't talk.
don't see it because who's going to show it?
I just said.
It's 2 generations of no fathers in the house. 2 generations.
Yeah.
We ain't had no fathers in the house. Whether y'all was killed, murdered, or locked up in the 60s, or drugged out in the 80s and just wasn't around. At the end of the day,
or both in the 60s.
my generation was a product of 2 to 3 generations of no males in the house. No males. Not positive or negative. So we go to a point where it's like, well, we finally see males. The ones who are not locked up, it's like, what are you? Not even who are you? What are you first? So
how old are you now?
I'm 27 now. So now
Can I share something with you?
Good.
Me being 54 years old, reason why I'm so passionate about it when I speak about it, my mother and father divorced when I was 2 years old. But my mother was wise enough to where she dated somebody, she dated a man that was willing to be a role model to me. And if not, she put me in programs to where I was the only black club scout.
It sounds like your mother living enough to want you to be a man. And we live in a generation where being a masculine male is demonized. Do you not know how much shit I get that put in my face? I got dogs.
But it's bad when your own people of color do the same thing to you is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why I don't respect black feminists. It's an oxymoron.
The what?
You know what? I read a book called Black Male Feminists.
A feminist fight is a white woman's fight.
Well,
black women ain't never been oppressed by black men. Except right
the feminist movement is what curtailed the Black Power movement, or the
you know where it originated? You know where it
was
originated?
spin off of, but they took it from it and said, okay, now we're gonna give. The fight was not for black people at the time. I mean, it was for black people. Then these white people, white women come in and said, okay.
You doing 30 minutes?
I'm at 30 minutes.
15, 15 or 10, 10, 10.
That's a 15, 15. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do 10, 10, 10 because I'm always over anyway.
I'm gonna see you a minute before. I'm gonna see you out 3 minutes before.
Yes, I'm looking at a minute. You can get somebody a minute to finish.
Yeah, I get out 3. I'm gonna start counting down and get out some time.
Okay, because I'm giving somebody 5 more minutes and then we're gonna start because I just asked them for the ETA.
All right.
But I mean, so the thing, the whole thing, and see, this is what's so good about this panel, and I'm gonna say this because we have a large array of men starting. How old are you?
27.
Okay, I think. How old are you?
34. Getting there.
Okay.
Trying to, man.
So you are the youngest. You're the youngest. I said from mid-20s, so they range from mid-20s to 60s. And so you have a full panel of different perspectives. His perspective is a little bit different than, because he can remember back when. He's never known. He's always known what a video whore was. You know what I mean? That's all he's ever seen.
Hey, you know, that's
So,
what you said, because my daddy, like, 78 now, Rachel passed, and he's old, so.
your baby's worse than my mama having babies young.
Yeah, you know, he's old. He was telling me the
No, not old.
That's crazy.
You call him old, huh?
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like my dad, like, he may be a grandma, my daddy a great-grandpa, you know, a great-great-grandpa, be telling me, but, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, he wanted them. So it's like he was telling me the transition between, like, in South Africa when he came to America. He was like, I remember the civil rights movement. He's like, now it was like everybody was offended. He was just laughing. He was like, people are saying that black people being racist towards white people. In his mind, he was like, I remember Blaney not being able to walk down the street because I was light skinned in a black or white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So he's at a point in his mind. He was like, times have really changed, really flipped.
You from Houston? You know about it.
Okay.
You know what?
Now,
You know what Quitman Street is? Quitman 69. About Fifth Ward.
Yeah, because
Back in the day, they used to be called Frenchtown. Your skin color. I couldn't go in that neighborhood because of my dark skin. Everybody in that neighborhood, your skin color lighter. It was called Frenchtown. Right about Fifth Ward, up Lyons Avenue. That's before where U of H is downtown.
Someone's still coming?
we have two more coming. I just asked them for their
Because I have to
ETA.
record live. I want to sit here and record.
Huh?
I want to stream live, so I'll sit here.
Okay.
Do we need this on?
You know, you don't really need it on. I mean, I need mine on because I got to hear what's going on. But
Do we need to unplug them
Uh,
so that we won't hear the feedback and we ain't
do you want them with the headsets on?
No, they have to.
Okay, put them on.
Just
Okay.
speak.
You want to say we have to put these on? We just.
we need one more pair then.
You don't need to put them on. But when you speak, make sure you speak it into the mic.
Right. So you can at least hear. Yeah, so. Picking up the sound. Is that loud?
I'm trying not to ruffle pages.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold
we
on.
live.
Phones off, please. On
Office side.
vibrate.
Office side.
Good afternoon, good people of the world. You're listening to Breaking Free on Afro Vibes Radio, broadcasting from Houston, Texas. And today I have a treat for you. As we talked about last show, when we had Dr. Obari Cartman, we will be having an event called Dispelling the Myths, the Truth About Black Men. Now, I have one caveat before I go any further. You'll hear me say throughout all of my shows, black men. And what I mean is African men of African descent, black men from the African diaspora. So in the house today, we have several of the men that will be on panel, and we will be discussing relationships. So I'm going to introduce to you, we have OT. He is my preacher man. His story is one of amazement, but he has a story to tell. I also have John. He's my artist. He embraces everything artistic as well as entrepreneurship. I also have Mike. Mike is a personal trainer. I can say he personally trains me, but he's hard. Anyway. And then I have my other John. My other John is my biker man. Now, he has an interesting past too, because John is also a previous law enforcement officer. So, we have other guys that may be stepping on in here with us by the name of Eric Johnson, which is my real dad, as well as we have Straight Jackin, who is my roughneck in the best sense of a roughneck. So I want to welcome all you guys to Afro Vibes Radio, Breaking Free. Thank you for joining us here, and thank you for being on the panel on October 28th
Absolutely.
at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. So, I'm gonna start with I guess all my men are here, so I'm going to start with OT, preacher man, because you know what? We always assume a preacher man is has this life. So I have some poignant questions I'm going to be asking y'all, and I don't want
Please do.
any problems. Okay.
No problems.
Remember, you guys signed up for this. You signed up as a no holds barred type of thing. So I have some questions that I have compiled myself. The ladies were really nice to you guys, so I decided not to ask you their questions. I'll let them ask you those in public at the event. So right now, this is about black couples, about black love. Welcome, Eric, and welcome, Straight Jackin. But this is about relationships. Now, I have to go back and say I have John is single, my other John is single, Mike is single, OT is married, Eric is married, and Straight Jackin, what are you today?
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
It's complicated. You know what? I like that. It's complicated.
It's complicated. I'm working on it. Interview.
That's right. Okay. Yes, sir.
Take a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You can
I
tell we're
understand.
having fun in the studio today. But so my question for you, OT, is how do you celebrate women?
I celebrate women by respecting them. You know, I was raised by my mama, my auntie, all the women in my life. Is powerful. You know, every woman in my life steered me the right way. So the best way I can honor a woman is just through pure respect. That's chivalry, whatever I got to do. If it's mud on the ground, I'm gonna throw my coat down, let her walk on it.
I know you wear expensive suits. You were not throwing a suit down on that.
Well, if I got a vest on, I do it. You know.
Okay. Now, I got OT's question. Now, you know what, Straight Jackin? I've known you for many years. How do you celebrate women?
Well, it depends on which one shows up.
What you mean by that?
The reason why I say that, because guess what? You go out your way to show a woman all the respect you can, and they're going to listen to their single girlfriend that's going to steer them the opposite way.
Okay.
So nowadays, old days, yeah, you sit on the porch, you courted, you know their parents and your parents.
You ain't that cold because I courted.
Hold on. Yes, I am. I ain't going to say it right now. But anyway, I'm answering the first question. But nowadays, you know, it's so much competition in the dating world. Not only the jobs, not only they have kids, not only there are other brothers that's after them, but now there are other women that's after them. And not just other women for us design them in the female fashion, but they're best friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just like I just tried to make a date when I leave here. Old girl told me that, well, I'm going to see what my girlfriend doing, and if I'm not tired of her, then I'll give you a call.
So that woman won't be celebrated by you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give her what she gave me.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
All right.
But what if she had? What if that was a previous plan she had, previous engagement she had before you asked her?
I'm gonna say this, and I believe every man in here gonna understand this.
Okay.
If the woman is single, and the one she's going out with has a husband or a boyfriend, at the end of the night she's going home with her husband or
I can
boyfriend.
understand that.
This one that's single going home to an empty house.
Mm-hmm.
So if she can't say, well, hold up, girl, I got this guy that I'm interested in. Let me see what he's about first, and then we can catch up later. Because she's not going to stop being your girl if you tell you're interested in somebody unless she got other intentions. So that's why I said that.
Okay. Now, I have a question for my oldest man and my youngest man in the house. So, Mike, you as a young man, how do you celebrate a woman?
I think, firstly, I would definitely say I respect them. But, my respect is more like tough love. Because at the same time, I like to keep it real with women, be honest, up front. A lot of times, women can have, women could be, they can have, they have certain things that they want. They have their desires. They like things a certain way. And, sometimes you give that too much, they may not respect you. So, in a way, just kind of showing them who you are, like showing them, where you stand, that you're grounded. I think that's the way, I guess kind of help celebrate women in a way, just kind of showing them a little bit about who you are. So I
I
guess
don't
in
think men
a way,
celebrate you a lot.
I guess because in a way, you know, by them respecting you is kind of celebrating them at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now John.
Uh-oh.
Come on now. Prior to the show starting, we were having this conversation, and I would proudly say, because you look good for your age, you're 54 years old. How do you celebrate a woman, old school style?
The first thing I do that would celebrate a woman is that if I pick someone, if I take her home and my mother meets her and she smiles, that exhibits the type of home training that I received from my parents instilling into me as a young man.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I've learned, I must first of all carry myself in a respectable manner, because I command respect because I give it.
Mm-hmm.
And if a woman is looking for someone who has great self-esteem, is honorable, he also is willing to follow the word of Christ, then she's willing to meet me in the middle. She doesn't have to be perfect, but she possesses the most important things in life: trust, respect, and honesty. With that, we can build an empire.
Oh, hey.
Can I change my answer to his?
Okay.
That's what happens when you go first.
Right, yeah, I know.
Now, Eric, I have to come to you because, you know, you are my real dad. I was teasing, telling everybody you got 6 girls,
Yes.
and a wife. And
Yes.
I know the dogs have passed away, but they were all female.
All female.
And
Oh,
I know you
man.
probably
Every
have a
time I
fish or
went to
somewhere,
another
and it was a female too.
Species. It was
So my question
female.
for you is a little bit different. What do you feel? Because you also have a nonprofit agency, which is Optimum Life. What do you feel is a conversation that couples need to have?
All right. Well, one of the things that I think, you know, couples need to, you know, especially when you're getting ready to go into relationships, is decide that, you know, one, know yourself. It is what it is. When you get into a relationship with someone, or you see someone that you might be interested in, get to know them, not the fantasy in your mind of what you think they are or should be. So in that, and a lot of this can be dealt with if you allow Yah to guide you into the direction that you need. Because that's how I discovered my wife. That's the only way I know how to do it.
And you have a lovely, beautiful wife.
Yes,
That's my
22
girl.
glorious years.
22?
22 will
She's
be
not
23, right? Well, she actually, and see the power, therein in being led by the Most High is that she died twice before we got married. Yeah, and we were able, through the, you know, you live life by the spirit, soul, and the body. We were able to call her back twice. And reveal the different. Yeah, I have to tell you the whole story. Yeah, I have to tell you to see that the plot thickens. But anyway, you have that power when you allow the Most High to lead and guide you to the person, and it may not be your preference. See, that's a problem these days. Like you said, folks want what they want.
Right.
A lot of us want what we want, but pre-Messiah desires may not be the desires that the Most High have for you.
Right.
See, she had a particular, you know, thing about a dude. You know, she wanted a dude with, you know, small forehead, whatever, and this and that. You know, I wanted a chick with some sexy elbows and knees. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have them elbows and knees working, I wasn't dealing with you. Well, neither one of us had what we desired.
Right.
But we got more than we could even ask. So I tell a single person, if you are desiring, according to, when I said know yourself, according to the vision that you have for your life, that's the lifeblood of your relationship.
Yes.
Your vision is going to, is the glue that keep the relationship. That when you living in a shack for 3 years and the rats are coming in and she could say, deuces, I can do that all by myself. She ain't leaving.
Right.
Because we understand we in this together. You know, so vision. Okay, follow the Most High and allow Him to reveal to you exactly, you know, who is to be in your life at the particular time. You know, because it's funny to me that we go through relationships, we see people get into relationships, break up, and this and that, but we go and do the same thing they did. Do something different. And I say something about the
But
guys
find me a
first.
man, so
I'm
you
gonna say, not, but I mean, how we get into the relationship is we do it the same way. Talk to a young lady today. She say, I had my freakum dress on last night. Okay, well, if you had your freakum dress on as a man, in me, rooted and grounded in the kingdom, I ain't gonna think about nothing when I see the freakum dress but freakum.
Okay.
So if you catching guys like that, then I mean that's whatever bait with
You attract
certain
who you are.
Yeah,
not
what
you
kind of
are.
bait? That's right.
You can't freak him for 6 months and then get mad because they want to take you to the movies out to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's how you
no,
started.
how you start out is going to be your foundation got to be laid. Get to know somebody and get it beyond the touchy feely. Now, none of us had a relationship. Anybody in here had a marriage class in high school? Nobody had a marriage class in high school because it makes more money. It makes more money. It makes more money over totally across the board. This is a very broad statement because it is very broad. The divorce industry, more than $1 billion industry. Okay, it's a lot that is going on. So if we don't have those tools, we need to go and get those tools, and that's why at Optimum Lifestyle CDC we give people the tools they need to develop and maintain healthy relationships. So.
Okay, well, thank you. Now I'm gonna come back to you, my other John, after this quick break.
Okay. Yeah, so that he can fix this.
Uh-huh.
I want to come and fix this.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. This is hot.
You get a little more.
We good.
So about this, did this come from him?
No, that's what for.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is for.
Oh, okay. I seen it fall to the floor.
That's the pollen.
Yeah, I put on one of my pages on Facebook. I said, after I finished reading the 5 languages of love, I say, this is what's going to be the
5
outcome.
languages of love.
Yes,
Love
of course.
language.
Yeah.
The 5 love
Was that
languages.
Gary Goose? That was his name. Gary
Chapman.
Gary
Yeah,
Chapman.
that,
Yeah.
okay.
What
I read that
told
one a
him,
couple
I said,
times.
after I
Anyway.
finished reading this, I said, I put a picture where they got a dude walking down the aisle with a chick, right? And the other chick's talking about, he was in my box, and the chick that he married said, you should have replied. So I said, that's going to be the outcome. I said, so a few of y'all going to be in my box. Bumping in the mouth, should have replied.
But you did.
Yeah, you did. Study wrong.
Okay, now.
Yeah, because, see, what I'm going to say it, I'll say it again. Too many women want the finished product. They don't want
I agree with
They don't see potential.
Wait.
I
We ain't
agree
no
with
idea.
that.
Can y'all hold this? This is going to be
Yeah, I got a lot to say on that.
So I said that, so therefore you want to go first. You go. So yeah, but it's deep. Cause I'm talking about. I'm working on the play God and love woman I can't have. So it's super deep.
Straight Jack, you had mentioned there's a woman you can't have.
I can have anyone I want. I can my mind. I can have anyone I want. I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I want it to go down. If I get on and make a pull up on the I'm going to do it. You got something.
Somebody. And that's the one I met. Yeah, no. Oh, that's I said, I didn't say your name.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got you.
I got it. I'm repeating it. I'm stuff on social media.
And I got y'all tickets down. Oh, do I have to
That killed my fan base about it. I got 2 babies, man.
That's what your problem is.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
You don't jail?
That's right.
Oh man, y'all see the Mill Hill got suspended today from ESPN, the sister with the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got suspended.
I blacked out everything.
Yeah, she
Anything
said
football.
something against political again, and they suspended her. She had the 6 times on ESPN. She had prime real estate.
And Homer say he ain't going to do no show without her.
Now that's what you gotta do. You gotta ride with them. You gotta ride with your sister.
Jerry Jones just
They're
went
a
back
team.
on the players and talking about if any players don't kneel down. Yeah.
Hey, how to play Hayes? Shoot.
But here's the deal. They're making a problem about Colin Kaepernick. They didn't kneel for Colin Kaepernick. They kneel for, because Donald Trump talked about the NFL. Had they kneel for Colin Kaepernick,
It's so weird.
Testing 1, 2.
It seems almost like it's becoming a trend with it.
it's about the second verse of the national anthem that they won't talk about.
Can you hear me?
But see, that's not even the issue about the national.
Yeah, I hear him.
It's the second
There's
verse.
a problem.
Okay, hold on. We'll start back on up. Because we have another show coming in later.
No, you're right.
Welcome back, listeners. You're listening to Breaking Free on Afro Vibes Radio with Rose Spencer. And I am in the house with some of the most good-looking, intelligent brothers around. I have Eric, my single dad. I have OT, my preacher man. I have John, who's my artist. Actually, they call him the sexy artist. And then I have Straight Jackin, who, for the most part, I tell everybody, the most educated thug you would ever meet. And then I have Mike, who's a personal trainer, and his body actually shows it. And I can tell you, he's hard on you girls, but he's really good. And then I have my Popo, the police officer, John. So welcome back, all you guys. Now, when we left off, I left off stating that I wanted to ask my other John a question, the artist. And the question I have for you, are you dateable? And if so, why?
Am I dateable?
Are you dateable?
That's an interesting question. Of course. I mean, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As far as being dateable to me just means being able to hold and have understanding in a relationship. I think that a lot of times, just like one of the other guys, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Eric. Oh, and I'm a married dad. You said single dad. You
I'm
gonna get me
sorry.
in trouble.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Elaine, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
correct the
married
record.
dad with
Yeah,
6
correct
the
daughters.
record reflects.
I'm sorry.
You know, just like Eric was saying, I think it's you just have to know yourself first and foremost. That's number one. That's the key to any working relationship. You must know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you'll get distracted, and you won't have understanding with the other person. You just won't.
Okay.
Knowing yourself plays a vital role, I think, in every relationship. Without knowing yourself, you'll get caught up into too many things that won't make sense. Anything and everything that has to do with a distraction, it becomes a part of an individual. So it's important that you know yourself first and foremost. Then the rest can be down.
Okay, so you feel you know yourself. Now, my other John, I have a question for you that actually it's going to go for all of the gentlemen, but we're going to kind of pick and choose which one we're going to go with. What is your flaw or fault that you need to change so that you can be the man you need to be for that right woman?
What is my fault that I need to change?
Or flaw. Fault or flaw. A flaw.
I won't say it's a flaw, but not every woman is ready for truth. Sometimes a woman would say, I want a man to just be up front.
Okay.
And when you lay your cards all on the table, like the gentleman said earlier, they feel like it's a catch-22. You portray yourself to be something that you're not. But they've asked for it, they prayed for it to be delivered in front of them. Like I tell most women, God don't make you take your blessings. He'll put them before you. If you refuse to reach out and grab them, don't get mad at him when he walks away, because sometimes you drop it away. Honesty is going to be the best policy. Sometimes it hurts you when you're sincere.
Okay.
Faith without works is
I don't
dead.
even understand for that one. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, Mike. Answer that question for me. What is your flaw or fault that you need to change? I'm just hitting up the single guys because I got something special for you married men.
Oh my God.
I mean, I would definitely have to say my fault. I'm pretty stubborn. So, for the question is, what is my fault for the type of man that I can be, or the type of man a woman's gonna want me to be?
No, what?
Oh, that I can be.
You need to be.
Okay,
We don't care what a woman wants you to be,
okay.
because we may want you to be a whole bunch of other things that's really not you.
Yeah. I would just say that I think I could be hard headed. I could be stubborn sometimes.
Well, it's kind of understandable because you grew up with a mom and sisters.
Yeah, I grew up with my mom, my sisters, and I'm Nigerian as well. So,
That's my territory.
I don't want to, not to say, that's all Nigerians are saying like that, but,
Right.
and because a lot of people tell me that I can be a little bit softer, or not softer, but a little more understanding. Because sometimes I could just be in my own mind and just, maybe I might express too much of how I might see a situation or my perspective, and maybe not listen a little bit more. But I would say that's a big thing, and I think that just comes from how I've just always grown up. Like I said, I grew up in a household with all women, so no father figure around. So I kind of had to. I always told myself that I was like the man, and man of the house. So I was always trying to learn how to be a man. The best way I could. Granted, of course, my mom did what she could.
Right. But stubbornness kind of comes along with just being a man, because you have to be stubborn. You can't really be a quote unquote weak man.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit of stubbornness to truly be efficient in being a man. Now,
It's the difference
Straight
between
jacket.
stubborn and firm.
I've known you for many, many years, and I have. What's your answer for that question?
Well, I'm 48, so I'm just setting my ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to bend when you're setting your ways, because things that you have done, if it ain't steered you the wrong way, like I said, if it's not broke, why fix it?
But wait a minute. You're saying it's hard for you to bend. For that right woman, you won't bend?
Let me tell you something.
Because for the right man, I will break.
Let me say this. You know what Steve Harvey quoted, he said that a man will change, but he only going to change one time for one woman. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to keep on changing for every woman that we go through, that we get. We're not going to do that. We're not going to compromise.
But for the right woman, you will change.
Yeah, we would change. Yeah, I would change. But guess what? If she don't come soon, then that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because look here, I mean, I'm not going. Why do I want to change? Just like saying, back in my days when I was really straight jacket.
Out there.
Okay. And so if I got a partner, if I'm falling down 59 or whatever, and he in his car in my car, and he hit that pothole, tear the front end up, I got enough sense to get in the next lane and continue on my journey. I'm a leader as well. I'm not a follower. So why change my path if it's been working for me and it has not, it has not led me astray or caused me any kind of problems or harm?
But
You know what I'm saying?
had you
I'm
find
a rider.
that right woman.
Let me tell you. Let me say this. Man, you know how you've been a woman how many years? So 29. Women, y'all are more set in y'all ways. You got some women that will try to control a man. If he show weakness, she gonna try to control. She gonna try to control you like this.
Hold on, John over here wants to respond to that, but I'm gonna come back on that about a woman controlling a man. John, what do you have to say?
I believe I can say this pertaining to all men who choose to become wise in the way that they walk and the way that they talk. If a man recognizes what is real and he's not willing to compromise truth, and that woman knows he's a good head, she'll be willing to follow. But she cannot expect him to change for her, because when you compromise truth, then you give up your identity.
Right.
Absolutely.
I guess.
Okay, that's just like you, Rose. If you was a stripper Hold on, I'm just saying, you just strip, you drop like it's hot at the gold spot, whatever it is next to a gold cup, and you meet a guy, and y'all date for 4 or 5 months. He said, look, baby, I don't want you to strip no more. I don't want you to do that no more. Guess what? You might like him, and you might change for him for maybe 2 months. But the first time he piss you off, you're going back to what you, because you did it for him, you didn't do it for yourself. See, when you change for yourself, you feel better. When you change for somebody else, man, you ain't comfortable with that, so you're going to go back to what you know. What makes you feel good.
I agree. You're right on that point. You are right on that point. Now, you said something about a strong woman. So, I know your wife, and I know she is what I call a silent strong. So what do you, Eric, feel? And I know your wife too, OT. Yeah. So what do you, my married men, how do you all feel about alpha women? Women that are, do take control?
Well, see, one of the things is control is never a good thing. Control is never a good thing. I couldn't go to the strip clubs because I was like, you got to want me for me.
Yeah.
I don't want you doing nothing that's not inspired out of your desire for me. Mm-hmm. So even my wife, I don't make. Was a young lady came at me, asked me if I had breakfast. I said no, my wife fixed me breakfast this morning and everything. You make your wife? Hold on, I don't make my wife do nothing. Mm-hmm. Everything she do is because of her desire to do it for me and to please the Most High. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about control, and I love to hear that, as far as an alpha woman and I'm a strong woman. What does strong really mean? You being able to stand in the back of your legs and tell somebody a piece of your mind, that's not strong. That's not because a mature woman is a strong woman. Mm-hmm. A mature woman who knows herself and has an understanding and knows how to apply that at a time. For instance, in the Extreme Makeover, I wasn't going to do it. So we the family that got the Extreme Makeover here in Houston. So I was going to do it. I'm like, I'm a man. We going to pull ourselves up our own bootstraps and this and that and this and that. She came to me once. I was like, nah, we ain't going to do it. Different people nominated us, and I said, no, we ain't going to do it. She came back. After that, she went to the Most High. She didn't nag me about that. And what did she get?
She got
exactly what she wanted. Exactly what she wanted. So controlling a woman, a strong woman is a woman, and a strong man. Yes, is one who can temper himself, and be able to listen to that woman. Because women's nature make more. They take a few mLs of fluid from you and give you back legs, toes, and bodies and brains and all this other stuff.
Oh my God.
They able to make a meal, and not just make a meal, because I don't want to get into the gender roles or whatever, but a strong man knows when he should listen to that woman, because she has an intuition that is off the chain. Yep. So when a man recognizes the value of a woman, that is the strongest and the most wisest thing that he could ever do. Absolutely. That's a strong man.
Okay, so now you were over here, so I'm sure you're agreeing with him. So now I have something for you, because I know we're going to have to close shortly and end the show. But before I end the show, I want each of you to give me, and I'm going to start with you, OT, and I'll finish with you, Eric. We're going to go all the way around. OT, give me 3 words that describe, and I would say that perfect woman. So I know your perfect woman is Kelley. So you give me 3 words that describes her.
Well, strong. 3 words to describe my wife is beautiful, definitely, strong, and a woman of God. Just to give a brief piggyback on what he was saying, the Bible speaks about over there in Genesis, the Bible speaks about how a man will leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife, and the term that he used to describe a woman is a helpmeet or helpmate, and I interpret that to mean to help you meet your purpose, not that she helps you find your purpose. You're supposed to have that vision, you're supposed to know what you were put here for, but she helps you meet that purpose. My wife, for example, on paper, I don't match up with her. You know what I'm saying? On paper, my wife come from good stock. Uncle, federal judge, top one in the state. Mama is about to be a doctor in a year. Auntie, pharmacist. And I'm an ex-con. But she believed in me and was strong enough to say, you know what? This guy is something special about him. I'm going to trust him and I'm going to follow his lead. And that's where we at right now.
All right, all right. All right, John, my other John.
Just 3
My
words.
artist, my sexy artist.
Spiritual, creative, and really just giving, kind. You know,
That was 4.
I know. It's kind of the same 1 and 1.
Okay.
And for me, that's it, really.
So someone like your mama, because I know your mama.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You know what? Why not? Absolutely, I love my mom.
I love your mama too.
But just those main points. That's it.
All right.
You know. Oh, one more. Hold
Okay,
on. I'm sorry.
one more.
And she doesn't know herself.
Mhm.
She has to know it. She has to have had taken the time to know herself because, like I said, you can't grow a relationship without knowing yourself. That's it.
That's true. You can't. Okay. John Nash.
The 3 things I desire: substance, her main ingredients, and the balance that I need from her to keep me focused so I can continue to lead the right way.
All right. All right. We got to hurry up and speed this one. So, Mike.
My 3 things that I look for in a woman: a sense of higher self, creativity, and then independence.
Straight jacking.
Well, I got 4. Real quick. Respect, attention, appreciation, and a lot of affection. Keeps a man happy.
All right. Okay. Now, Eric, you're going to close us off.
Oh, okay. I would say submission to the Most High.
Okay. You see how I'm looking at you.
Yeah, so you're looking intelligent, okay, and sensitive.
All right, well, the listeners know you've been here with Rose on Afro Vibes Radio, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, and we've had, as I said, some great, intelligent, good-looking, spiritual brothers in here today, and I'm glad that they were able to share a little bit about what we're going to give you on October 28th, 2017 at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. This is just a little taste of it, and I do want to say I thank all of you guys for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I mean, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this show. So I do thank you, listeners. You're listening to Afro Vibes Radio. We're broadcasting here from Houston, Texas. I'll see you on the radio next week, 3 p.m. same time, 3 p.m. Central Time. Peace. Okay.
And I appreciate the opportunity, Rose.
Oh, and I'm going to get into the book, but we got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, we'll find
Well,
time.
we're gonna get in on that for sure. Okay.
Round.
I don't know what drop mean, but okay.
Just say something about Afro Vibes Radio Round.
Oh.
We use it for your show.
Oh, okay.
Just, like mention his name. Hey, listening to, tune into.
Yeah.
Oh,
everything. Just
drop.
anything.
Okay, you want them to do it? You want me to do it?
No, just them.
Them. Okay, y'all do it.
Want me to start? I can start
Yeah.
trying to show you how to do it.
Okay, thank you.
And just something like tune into Afro Vibes Radio #1 radio. Just anything,
Yeah.
But you gonna cue us in? You gonna let us know when to do it? Okay.
Keeping it.
Don't worry, he not telling me that. See, he let my hair go anyway. Okay.
Testing 1, 2. All right, man. This Reverend O.L. Kelley. This is Reverend O.L. Kelley, and you're listening to Afro Vibes Radio. You can find me on social media at Reverend Kelley, REVKELLEY.
All right, this is Eric Johnson of Optimum Lifestyle CDC, where we're giving people the tools they need to develop and maintain healthy relationships. We're here at Afro Vibes Radio Houston.
How's it going? What's up? This is John, music artist, talented, creative producer, here with Afro Vibes. Tune in.
I'm John Nash of Houston, Texas, with the owner of a shop called the Motorcycle Gym. I'm with Afro Vibes music radio station. Hope you guys continue listening, and we appreciate your support.
All right, the name's Mike over here, man. Houston's favorite trainer. You're listening to the best show on the radio, man. Afro Vibes Radio.
Yeah, this is Kevin Lyles, aka Straight Jackin' Productions, CEO of Straight 24 TV. And when I'm not on the air, I'm jamming Afro Vibes. We do that?
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Afro Vibes Radio.
Afro Vibes. Oh, Afro.
Redo it again?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is Kevin Lyles, CEO of Straight Jackin' Productions, also Straight 24 TV. And guess what? When I'm on my show, I'm listening still to Afro Vibes Radio. Make it happen, baby.